Not long after I arrived on the island, I was finishing some paperwork, 3 signatures, 2 stamps, and a hint of existential dread, when a short, scruffy man marched into my office, puffing an aggressive cigar. "Dr. Farnsworth," he said, shaking my hand firmly. "Hugo Bellamy. Call me Hugo." "Reggie," I replied. "Pleased to meet you." He told me he owned a poultry slaughterhouse in the centre of the island and would love to give me a tour, if you're ever passing. Before I could answer, he stabbed a spot on the wall map with his cigar and declared, "Thursday, 1300. Then he vanished. Conveniently, I had a nearby inspection that day, which left just enough time for a tepid sandwich and a questionable guava fizz before the visit. Later, Charlotte from the office walked past and said, "So you've met the governor?" "The governor?" I blinked. "Not that governor, Hugo, the governor of Chicken." She explained Hugo held more sway over agriculture than most elected officials. The actual governor? Just George. But Hugo? Always the governor. At first I thought it was island humour, but in the following days I heard his name whispered often, usually followed by a long pause and a raised brow. Thursday came. I pulled into the slaughterhouse lot. The smell hit me before I opened the door, a throat-clutching mix of poultry offal and tropical heat. Not a smell, a statement. Hugo greeted me with a grin. "Reggie, glad you came." He led a tour. "Largest on the island. We process 4,000 birds an hour," he said proudly. "Impressive," I offered, though I knew European plants often tripled that. We sat for coffee and disturbingly warm coconut tarts in an airless room that doubled as both trophy cabinet and smoking lounge. Hugo lit another cigar and began a sort of speech. "You'll hear things about me. Let me make it simple," he exhaled. "I have money for nobody, but chicken for everyone. When the parties come asking for donations, and they always do, I give them the same. 25,000 each." Another puff. "Whether I like you or not, I'm fair. People remember that." To my surprise, I was impressed. He spoke like a worn-out diplomat. As I got up to leave, he asked, "Got space in your freezer?" No, I lied. I had plenty. "Next time, you'll take a care package," he said. So every time became next time. I never accepted, not out of distrust, but because I couldn't be seen taking anything, not even a drumstick. Over the years, I saw Hugo often, at his plant, my office, events he wasn't invited to but somehow dominated. Watching him charm farmers, officials and civil servants, with that cigar and those unnerving tarts, I finally understood. He wasn't the governor of the island. He was the governor of Chicken.